It's time to revisit Figaro Castle and discover the cause of something mysterious in the tunnels below.
Theoretically, we should
Figaro.
didn't feel like paying 10,000 gold to that one guy to figure it out.
Yeah, you're absolutely one of the guys you can talk to in the cultist tower will give you a hint at the measly low price of $100,000 to let you know of this potential side quest you can take when you travel through the ocean and the mountainsides of Figaro Castle. You'll bump into something mysterious, which at this point you can stop and continue exploring to go into this cave that came out of fucking nowhere, to be honest.
Well, you know what? This is a case of the game paying attention to detail, but completely fucking ignoring that same detail in the same breath. Because, you know, look, continents got rearranged. That's some major fucking tectonic activity right there. Alright, so on the one hand, why is the tunnel to the other continents still open? On the other hand, it makes perfect sense that a cave like this would have opened up. So, are we ignoring this logic, or are we just running with it? Which is it? I don't get it.
It's Final Fantasy, so I'm pretty sure it can be both.
Why is Celeste dancing around like an idiot?
She's
Because
confused.
she was confused, yes. Yeah, you know what happens in the 3D games when you're confused, right? You spin around and defy all laws of physics until someone whacks you in the head with their staff.
How is he moon circling like that?
Oh man, we need to get Michael Jackson in here. He needs to take notes.
Oh, look at it. It's so cute with its little lantern and its hoodie sweatshirt and all that. What's it doing?
Before they became known as Tonberries.
Master Pug.
Yeah.
It moves closer to you in this version, right? Or does it just attack you really hard? I can't really
I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember. I think Master Pug only just counters everything with Step Mine. Well, Step Mine's damage is determined by the amount of steps you take in the entire game. So, if you ended up walking a lot, you're gonna get hurt.
It is the ultimate anti-grinding move.
Well, the game does count your steps in the main menu, which I always thought was sort of weird.
I'm pretty sure it's just for Step Mine.
What's that? The suplex didn't work.
No.
Well, it also presents a nice little self-challenge.
Yeah, you're right, because there actually is a the lowest steps possible challenge.
Yeah, because
that's gotta be a
people
bitch though,
need
because if you just
to
make
care
one misstep, you have to do the entire fucking game over again.
about.
Sure, someone's done it.
Of course someone's done it. There's probably a guide on GameFAQs about exactly what steps to take and where. It's probably a list that reads, take 2 steps to the left, take 2 steps up, take 3 steps down.
Text Adventure Minecraft, go north. You
That's
haven't
the
done
reset
by a
button,
group.
because you shouldn't have taken those 3 steps down after taking 2 steps up.
And then it breaks into the cha-cha slide.
Anyway.
So,
Espers.
with the cave inside of Figaro, actually the encounters really aren't too big of a deal to deal with. The only real challenges in this cave is the Master Pug that we just defeated, and I think that's it actually. But
So, we're on our way to find Odin and Raiden, if you feel like upgrading him.
which you can do immediately after getting Odin, actually.
Yeah, it depends on which spell you really prefer to learn. Is there any real difference between Odin and Raiden as a summon?
Raiden has a
better.
Yeah, Raiden has a higher chance of doing an instant kill.
What the fuck is the point of having 2 of them then?
Well, one teaches you quick. I think Raiden is the only Esper in the game that can teach you the spell quick.
Well, here's the difference.
Yes.
One slays ice giants, one fights in Mortal Kombat.
Odin teaches you the meteor spell at the slowest possible rate. Although it's actually, of course, if you want meteor at all, it's worth it to learn it from Odin, because by the time you get the other Esper that teaches you the spell, you're at the end of the game, so it really doesn't matter.
True. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Unless you're playing the advanced port, which you have a lot more to do after completing the game. You're right. Honestly, though, I rather prefer Quick over Meteor, only because of how broken Quick is.
Yes. What does it let you take 2 actions in a single turn?
Yeah, 2 actions in a single turn, and combined with like relics like the gem box or the offer ring,
Yes.
it's pretty fucking disgusting. It's pretty fucking disgusting.
4 Ultima spells in 1 turn? What?
And I get another turn after that?
You can't actually use Quick after using Quick, though, right?
No, as far as I'm aware, like I'm trying to remember back to when I was, because the only time I really got to abuse Quick at all was during my advance run, because of the optional bosses and shit like that. I'm trying to remember exactly if I could use Quick after.
I've abused it during the final boss plenty of times. It's like Quick and then.
But to me, the final boss is easy enough that I don't really need to use Quick at all. So.
Yeah, it's just if you have a really good physical attacker with a Genji glove, and then you use Quick on him, it's 4 attacks in a single turn, and then that's fucking ridiculous.
If you got the offer ring, you can do 16 attacks in a single turn.
In the advanced version, isn't it possible to get multiple Ultima weapons?
Yeah. We'll be getting to it later on, but during one of the very last fights in the game, you can steal both a Ragnarok and Atma weapon from one of the tiered fights we'll be getting to. The problem is, in the Super Nintendo version, it's pretty goddamn pointless to do in the first place, since you don't get to keep your equipment, because there's no New Game Plus feature. But in the advanced translation, it's very well worth it, because you do get to keep all of your equipment, because you're able to save your game after beating the boss.
But you can equip them onto the characters while in battle, though, so you can actually use them at least.
True, but at that point you're pretty much just using magic anyway.
Now, commentating over what's actually happening on screen for a moment here. This is a backstory involving one of the Espers. I think if you bring Terra along for it, you're going to get some. You're going to get some, I don't know, it just has something to do with the love between a human and an Esper, so I guess that ties into Terra.
This particular part happens no matter who's in your party. It's when you get to the lower level of this castle and read one of the books in the library that you get an extra scene with Terra.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that ghost enemy from the Phantom Train is badass.
So, Odin gets petrified, was it?
No, he's just in the Odin sleep. He'll get better, eventually.
Yeah.
By the end of the movie, anyway. It's sort of vague.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
I was making a Thor reference.
I think it's Thor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my first guess,
I'm not
but
sure myself.
I
I've
would
never seen
know.
the movie or read the comic book.
I've only ever seen the movie. I had no interest in the Thor comics whatsoever.
I've purposely avoided Thor because I know I'm going to hate it, simply because the whole Norse god thing just strikes me as stupid.
Holy shit, if Mel Gibson and Danny Glover could see what I just fought.
Jason versus giant mecha spider thing. Yeah, that is a Hollywood blockbuster in the making. I demand.
Hey, they made a Smurfs movie.
Hey, you have 2 weeks. 2 weeks and $3. Make it happen.
From the point when this is being recorded or the point when it goes up?
I don't know.
Damn it, you're 2 months late! This was supposed to be in the box office 3 years ago. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I think the orange soda is getting to me today.
Sorry, are we on the staff for The Hobbit now?
Lewis, this is an intervention.
Who loves orange soda?
I do.
Because we all know stage interventions concerning over-abuse of the over-indulgence of orange soda involves Final Fantasy VI commentary over an optional boss fight. That's kicking my ass right now. Oh no, never mind, it's dead.
It's the end of the game. All these fights are optional boss fights.
Yeah.
But this is one particular boss fight you really want to go out of your way to fight, because upon beating it, you get the offering, which allows you to attack 4 times with a single weapon.
Yeah, but aren't the attacks reduced in strength?
Yeah, the attacks are reduced in strength, you're right, but if you combine it with the Genji glove, that's 8 fucking attacks in one turn. Pretty much makes up for it, which I'm doing with Sabin right now.
Yeah, so the blitzes are going to go forgotten for a little while.
Well, Bum Rush is still infinitely abusable.
Bum Rush, for the sake of us not wasting too much time, I will still be using blitzes with Sabin because watching 8 attacks in a row for every single turn gets really fucking monotonous after a while.
Yes. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Yeah, so how are you supposed to figure this out? That you have to walk on a specific tile in order to open up the door?
There's a hint, I think, in the library that lets you know about that.
Of course, we don't need that because we have game facts.
Yeah. And me just wandering around mashing the A button like a fucking
I
man.
like that I like how that monster's called box set. That's awesome. I love that. That is
box set of what?
Stuff. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Yes, stuff. That's as good a descriptor as any, I suppose.
So by hitting that secret switch on the floor, it reveals that staircase in the bottom right there. And this is the Queen's Diary. This is where we find out that a human fell in love with the Esper. Which, really, I mean, we've already seen proof of that earlier in a flashback, so I really don't understand. I guess they're just trying to rub it in, I guess, but, yeah.
Love between a human and an Esper. Terror. You ladies and your romance novels.
Blue Dragon.
Blue Dragon.
Clean sweep.
It's cleaning the floors for us. How nice.
Oh,
I don't want to deal with my spring cleaning anyway. Thank you.
I certainly feel more sanitized after that attack, but I can't say it hurt very much.
Damn it, Edgar! Not now.
He's missed a lot.
Well, the chainsaw instant kill is it doesn't
with the
work,
Jason mask. With the Jason mask is a random chance of an attack that does nothing but an insta kill. But if you happen to get it against a boss, it's a wasted move. So in that case, good luck becomes bad luck. It doesn't happen often, but
at that point, you're probably just better off sticking the drill.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any significant difference between them? Other than the insta-kill chance, I mean.
Well, chainsaw just does more damage overall, but you have that
twice in a row.
Gotta love that Bum Rush blitz. I mean, 5,000 points of pure dizziness, that is awesome.
It's washing the floors again.
By the way, I didn't have a chance to commentate on this when the Pearl spell was first introduced due to me having taken a wrong turn on the path of life for 10 minutes. But the Pearl spell is obviously the holy spell, correct? So
yes.
At what point does the word holy become a word that you need to censor in a children's game?
Because you can't have any reference to religion ever, because it might possibly, potentially, but probably not offend one person out in Minnesota that'll get really upset.
Well, listen to me. The word holy appears in pretty much every religion ever. Alright? So what religion is going to be offended by this? Atheism?
Exactly. TJ down in Texas will bitch rage about it for a while.
Well, I mean, but going into that, do you think is there any better way to describe a holy elemental attack without giving it the name holy? Because you're right, like I discussed that earlier.
What the light,
white magic. I guess.
No, because
light,
Yagami. Like we mentioned earlier, in Final Fantasy IV, it was called white, just white. But
that's going to offend an entirely different group of people. Now just say light.
Racism.
White people.
Light, damn it, light.
What would that offend white people? Like,
light wouldn't offend white people.
No,
light with the word.
Light,
whatever.
Light might offend people whose eyes are sensitive to the sun, maybe, but yeah.
You just can't win.
The part ended while I wasn't watching. I'm sorry. I should pay more attention during these commentaries.
How's that Naruto, by the way?
Shut up.
Oh,